Okay. Woo. Okay, let me know. Give me hands if I start breaking up if you guys can't hear me, because, you know, country internet out here in Texas, it goes in and out. All right, it's our March Team Zoom, and we just want to say happy March. It's almost the end of March. We have a week to go. So we're going to talk about month end, PV, reaching out, following up, subscriptions. So if you guys haven't yet, if you don't know, most of our subscriptions, they start going out on the 26th and usually finish up on the 27th. That's everyone on your team who has a subscription set up for 100 PV or more. That will earn you 5 points, pay points. So it's very, very important, and we'll talk a little more today about making sure that those have 100 PV, and it's best to do that before they actually ship out. So if you guys get a chance today or tomorrow in your nooks and crannies, if you could just log in to your virtual office, click on points and rank, and then you can click at the top for subscriptions. If you click it twice, your people with subscriptions will come up to the top, and then you can see what they have it set up for. If it's not 100 PV, we'll talk about possibly moving them back to a preferred customer or reaching out to them, asking them if they would like to try vitamins, shakes, block, anything like that. So we'll touch on that. And then, so we'll move in. Kate's going to talk about her PV a little bit, how she has gone 3 years with being in the top PV every single month. Still, she's running for Sapphire very soon, but she's always in the top with her PV. So we're going to give you guys some tips and pointers. So Kate, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Okay, so yes, I love PV. It's one of my favorite things because I feel that even though when people start off and we always try to push them to go to silver, I personally feel that that's a really good goal, but trying to get 500 PV should actually be our first goal, because once they hit that 25% commission, it is amazing for them, for their paycheck and for their just for their vision to see it. Because when people do go silver, yeah, we do make $175 the very first month. But us saying that you're going to get your products paid for, I don't really like to say that, because after their first month of $175, if they just get the 3 people, again, that's 15 pay points. If each pay point is worth $3, then that's $45. And so we're not going to be getting, they're not going to be getting their products paid for, and then people start questioning us. So I always try to help them get customers as well, because I feel that that is really, really important. A way that I've always tried to increase my PV is I just like customers, and I really try to build that relationship with people when I'm reaching out to them. And if they want to just buy 1 or 2 products, let them. For so long, we tried to push the triplex on a lot of people, and I think that we scared a lot of people off because we felt like they felt like they didn't have an option, that we were telling them what to do. If they want to just buy the pink drink, let them start there. They make great customers. Great customers make even better ambassadors. And after a couple months, it's really fun just to go back to them and make it about them and let them know, even if they've been a customer for a couple months or in the triplex, going back to them and making it their idea and making it feel like you're reaching out to them. Listen, if you want to upgrade, if you're in this for the long haul and you like these products, we can upgrade you to a wholesale ambassador. You're going to get cheaper products for 1, and for 2, you're going to make money back on your own products. And so then people think, and I'm not trying to do this to like trick people, but it is a way customers then think, wow, this person really has my best interest at heart. They knew that I needed to see if I like these products, because in reality, that $34.95, they're not gonna make that back if they don't spend the $100 each month. If they buy a welcome pack and then every month after that they're under 100 PV, they are not going to make their $34.95 better off. make it back. They're better off just being a customer. It's better for us. It's better for them. And all the way around, they realize that you have their best interests at heart. And it has proven for me over 3 years. I mean, I have some customers that just want to be customers, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, I have customers that have been my customers for almost 3 years. I'm fine with that. But letting them know what the expectations are at the very, very beginning and why they would be an ambassador or why they would be a customer. And we touched on that last Zoom, just about the qualifications and whether they qualify to be an ambassador. They have to be willing to stick it out for 3 to 6 months, and they have to be willing to have a subscription on. If they're not willing to do any one of those, then they automatically should go into your customer list. And then after they like the products, like I said, you can upgrade them. But I feel like I've gained my PV is because I'm constantly reaching out to people every single day and giving them the choice. If they just want to buy the multivitamin or the omega, that is completely fine. And I feel like just getting them in the computer system and getting them started is the best way to go. It doesn't matter what they decide to buy.
Love it. Yes, and I too, that has been my goal. It was kind of accidentally my goal when I signed up, because if you guys have heard, I didn't know what I was doing. So I was just adding everyone as preferred customers. And my first paycheck was about $700, just mainly from my PV. So I've continually tried to at least have 1,000 PV every month, because that's a huge, like Kate said, that's a huge jump in your paychecks, going from 15% to 25% of that bigger number. And don't be afraid to give them those options. Although I do cringe when I see retail, because I ordered retail first. Some of us we just can't help ourselves and we do retail. But if you guys tell them up front, don't be afraid of our auto ships. We can cancel that for you if you really want to. Like, don't be afraid to save that money and order as a preferred customer. Guys, if you're doing this work and reaching out to these people, you might as well make it work for you. You get a bonus on top of your preferred customer commission. Every single month that they order as a preferred customer, you get a bonus. And it's a pretty big bonus per product.
It's a big bonus.
Yeah. So you're not getting that if they order retail. So make sure you tell them, like, we have an option, but it's honestly, it will save you a lot if you choose preferred. I can even send an email in for you to cancel an auto ship. I will show you how to log in and do it. It's super easy. And I have quite a few accounts that I manage for my customers, and we can get into that if you guys have questions about doing that. They'll like send me their or call me with their credit card information, and I'll put that in for them. But again,
I do that too.
Yeah. And also for those older, I have some older customers that are not tech savvy. I will definitely put them as preferred customers. One, because they really don't like to give anyone their social, because they're real scared about computers. And two, they might not even own a computer. So they'll call me, I have a journal that I keep all of my customer stuff in. So those are some options. Let me check these before.
Another thing too, I was going to say is, even if they want to do preferred customer, or two things. If they decide to do retail customer, because some people are hard-headed, then that is your time that you need to make sure that you are following up with them 100%. And you need to write it in your planner or put it in your phone or on your bathroom mirror. I don't care where it goes, but you need to be checking in with them anyways, but by week 3, you need to be on it with them saying, how are you doing? Do you need more products? We need to order these again. It is our job it's our responsibility at that point to make sure if they do go retail that we don't lose them. You're going to have die-off again. You have to explain this all over to them. And then that's when you say, listen, if we just do the preferred customer this next time, because they have to log back in and do it, then I always say, I will personally shut off your auto ship for you. I will do that for you if you want. And in 3 weeks, I reach out to them again. How are you doing? Do you need more products? Do you not need do you not need one, but you want to try a different one? And I will personally just log in for them and change it. It makes it a lot easier when we just, at the beginning, make it about them and hold their hand. It's hard and it's unfortunate, but we don't have to do that for everybody. So if there's only 4 or 5 people that you have to do that for, then it's just as easy for us to log in really quick, change their subscription, delete one item, add another item, and go from there. But if they do order retail, you guys have got to be following up with them by week 3.
Yes. Follow-up is big. And again, like she said, I'll just like on my calendar, as soon as I do it, I'll just write their name really quick in like the 3-week mark, so I know to send them a message. And then that moves us into our next topic of converting anyone who does not want. You sign them up as an ambassador or wholesale customer, but now they're ordering like 29 or 99 PV, and you just cannot get them to order that extra dollar. We can't get them to order a trial pack to share with a friend. Like, they don't care. They don't want to log in. So Kate's going to tell you her way. I'm going to see if, I'm pretty sure we do it the same way. Converting under 100 PV ambassadors back to preferred customers, so you are getting something, because you are getting zilch for, I mean, it goes towards our pay point, it goes towards the overall pay point, but you're not really earning much when they order under 100 PV as a wholesale. So Kate, tell them how you handle those.
Okay. I have a list that I have going, and I log in and I go to my points and rank up, and I click on join date. That's the very beginning that I do. And I look at everybody. So like in March, I'll look at everybody that their join date is up in March, and I write those down. And if they're not, they don't have a subscription order on, or they're not ordering 100 PV, I personally reach out to them or reach out to their sponsor, and I will give their sponsor, it's just the same verbiage I send to everybody. Like I sent one to somebody yesterday. It was like, hey Amanda, just want to let you know that on Friday, the 23rd, your annual fee is up, and you're going to have to pay Plexus $34.95 to keep your account active. I see you're not going to make that money back at $34.95, so it actually is the best interest for you if we convert you back to a customer before then, so you don't get charged the $34.95. I can do it for you. It's a very easy task, and I'll show you guys how to do it. There's a form that can be filled out. But it goes back to them thinking that you have their probiotic. They are not going to. She wants to order. Another one who's up next week, I sent the same exact message, change the name, and she sent all of her info. She says, please just cancel me and send me back to preferred customer. She just wants the slim every single month. So it's about looking into your back office and seeing when people's join fees are going to be due, because you don't want them to have to pay that $34.95. Obviously, if they just joined last month and they're still not buying it, you can go about it and say that, if you're not going to order it, you might as well switch to a preferred, but they've already paid the $34.95. So that's like a touchy subject. What do you do on that, Kristen?
So mine was freezing up a little bit, but let me know if I missed, if you did say this. I don't know if anyone else's froze. You're logging in and then converting them in their virtual office, or are you sending them the form? Okay, so no. For some of mine, I'll message them and be like, hey, I don't want you to get charged the $34.95. What do you think about going back to a preferred customer for just your BioCleanse and ProBio? So they'll say, yes, that sounds good. And then I have a copy of the form that I message them, and then they click on it, and option 2 is switch from ambassador to preferred. So I just say, enter your ID, this is your ID, and choose option 2. So have you used any of the forms, or have you logged in for all of yours?
I can show you. Hold on, I was going to try to pull it up to see if I could do it.
So if you guys have any questions or have people that you think this might work for them, I'll be happy to send you the verbiage I use, and Kate can send hers, and it's just basically this form that we copy and paste the link. Yeah, the form is in the back office. Kate's going to show you where it's
under Training Center, Resource Library. So you would have to, I always just log in for them. It's just easier, but you have to, Kristen, on your form, you have to give the social security number and everything. Because when I do it this way, if you go to Training Center and Resource Library, then it's ambassador cancellation form, and you click on that, and then this is the box that shows up. And so it says intent to cancel ambassadorship. And you have ambassador ID, name, email, phone number, country, billing address, and then when you go to next, You have to fill in your social security, last four of social security is somewhere.
Okay.
And then option 2 is please convert my account to a preferred. So option 2, and then it eliminates the fee, and then you just submit it, and then that'll automatically throw them back into a preferred customer. This is where they also can cancel completely if they want to stop being an ambassador 100%, or if they want to just turn their convenience order off, or if they want to go to retail. But I always tell option 2.
Option 2 is our favorite.
Option 2 is our favorite.
Yes.
But I was wondering, Kristen, like, what do you do if they just joined in January, and so their $34.95 is being paid, but they are not ordering 100 PV?
So after,
because I always just go about it. I always go about it when their join fee is due again. I don't go back like if they ordered in June, I'm going to wait until June. So I want to know what you say.
Well, I still say that, like, knowing that they probably haven't returned my messages in a while. So I'll just say, hey, your join fee is coming up, even if it's in like 3 months. I'll be like, hey, it's coming up. I don't want you to get charged. Or if it's past, like, if they haven't ordered in 6 months and their join fee was in that 6 months, I'll be like, hey, did you get charged the $34.95? Because I don't want you getting charged if you're not utilizing that. So, I mean, I haven't had a ton in that because I've been, like you were doing, following up on their year. But we have so many that are like 1,000 that order 0 to 99. So I try to reach out to them, at least my 1 through 3s, and be like, hey, do you know anyone who would want a trial pack? Or if you want to try something, you'll start earning money back if you're over 100, things like that. But a lot of times they won't respond, or they're just not into it. So I feel like if you ask them, hey, did you get charged a couple months ago? That triggers something, and they're like, oh, let me check. So at least it starts that conversation back up and, gets it going again. But for those of you who are newer, you might not have anyone yet who's up with their year. So we can still just reach out to them and be like, hey, I know we added you as a ambassador, but it's really like, there's really no point of you continue. I mean, not really no point. That didn't come out right. But it would be in your benefit, since you're not going to order 100, to move you to a preferred customer. That way you don't have to worry about logging in, ordering whenever. We can do auto ship if you want, and just get your 2 products that you want. So somehow starting that conversation to make it their interest, like their best interest at heart always. Let me see, there's a question. Do you guys put in bulk orders to bump up your PV? If so, how? I haven't done too many bulk, Can you hear me?
Some people do. Some people post placing bulk order tomorrow at 9 p.m. If you want me to order anything, shipping's on me. Some people do that. Amanda's had good success with that. I think Allie has done it. Jess has done it a couple times. I don't know if it's necessarily to bump up I don't know if it is to bump up their PV. I don't know, because I don't do that. Or if it's just to try to get people to try the products at our cost and get them to try those products. I don't really know. Jess said she just places the order underneath her account and then you can ship it to them. Yeah, now with the new back office, you cannot ship from your back office to somebody else. In our old back office, we used to be able to ship directly to somebody, like order a product for somebody, or if somebody wanted an incentive, we could ship them a thing, but we can't do that anymore. So we have to ship it to our house and then ship it back to them. The only bulk order I ever did was this month. I bought 7 bags of the old Slim because I didn't want it to run out.
So my opinion on that is, I usually, if they're going to tell me they want something, or if they're going to send me their card information or PayPal, I will sign them up as a new preferred customer, and either I'll let them know this is the cost and I'll do it for them, or I'll use my card since we can't drop ship, because I would want to get that bonus on top of it, so it kind of equals out. They're going to get their own little account I can manage. If my card's on it, I can always delete my card. So I do that too.
Allie says that she can weigh in on that. Allie, do you want to unmute and tell your side of the, there we go.
Yeah, I do it. I use it as a tool to, if I have a lot of fence sitters or people who have been, sorry, I have crazy kids in the back, people who have been trying samples but haven't jumped off. And I also use it during times like right now when we're in convention contest and then again for a leaders retreat contest, especially if I'm right at that cusp of jumping over to the next PV window. Stop. If I'm right at that cusp of dropping over to the next PV window, then I'll use it to bump myself up like that too. And it's a great way to get the products in people's hands without them feeling like they need to commit to something. Just use it sparingly. If you start doing bulk orders every month, it's not as beneficial.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Does that help, Tony?
Amy said that she's able to ship direct, but I don't think we can change their name. Amy, we can add a different address, but we're not able to put their name on it, at least that we've all tried. I can add a different address, but then it would go to Kristen Rogers at their address. So if that's okay with them, if they know that it's going to have your name, you can just say, hey, it's going to have my name, but your address, this is your Plexus products. You can do that too.
I've been in the address line too. I've been adding attention their name.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Amy. Appreciate that.
Yep.
All right, do we have any more questions on those things before we move on to the next topic? Okay, so before, let's see where we're at on time. Okay, so we have a few more minutes. We wanted to also just touch on the fact that we're in this for the long haul, and we want to give you guys all of the information to make your businesses succeed over Matthew. To make them, we want to go for longevity. We're not racing to gold. We're not racing to senior gold. We're not racing to emerald, sapphire, or diamond. We want you guys to know that we as leaders are here to stay. So as long as you guys have questions or need help building your business, we're going to be here for that. So I have a lot of people who have reached out and be like, I'm not silver yet, I'm not gold yet, I feel like I've been at gold or senior gold forever. That's okay. Like, we don't care. We know that it is possible. You're looking at almost sapphire and an almost diamond after 3.5 years. If this would take us 10 years, it would still happen. Like I saw Amanda posted on the challenge yesterday. It took one of the diamonds she's following, I think she said like 7 years, 6 or 7 years she's been with Plexus, and she just recently went diamond, which is awesome because where else are you going to make that kind of income staying home with your kids or just staying home or retiring on that type of income? Like anyone or working. Yeah.
Or working. Yeah, I just celebrated 10 years as my job that I went to 4 years of college for, and I don't make anywhere near the money that I was even making at Ruby, bringing home a month. Like, you just don't. And I don't get appreciated like I get appreciated here, and I don't have the time freedom. So that is where I always say, if it takes me 10, 20 years, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's like, Kristen and I were talking this morning. There was a quote on Fixer Upper because we were both Fixer Upper junkies. And Joanna had said, you'll continue to grow as long as you don't stop. And it is 100% the truth. We both saw it. We both pointed it out. It's as long as we don't stop, you guys will continue to grow. Don't get frustrated. I mean, we're all going to have our ups and downs, but we've been there. We've done that. You throw us an excuse and we will have an answer right back to you. There is no stopping, you guys. If you want it, you can have it 100%.
And you guys, we have hit those ranks and come back down and gone back up. And like, that's all part of the peaks and valleys that you're going to have in every job. You go to work sometimes and you hate it. And sometimes you go to work and you're like, I can do this job. And then you'll go to work the next week and be like, I hate these people. So there has not been a day in the last 3.5 years that I haven't been so thankful for Plexus, not just the products, but the business, the company, everything they're doing. Guys, we just launched in Canada. Like, we're going to launch in other countries still. I mean, we're still, like, you guys hear it, we're ground floor. We really are. So I know we're going to get discouraged. I get discouraged. Kate gets discouraged. No matter where you're at in your journey, you're going to have those days. But every single morning, I would rather be here at my desk.
Okay. I got my jammies on.
I have workout shorts on. Like, I'm not going to work out. But like, I get to go and run and get my kids. I can go have lunch with Kaylee if I want to. Like, I don't miss my 8 to 5 as much on a good day. Like, I don't miss it at all. So, which brings us into that huge announcement. I don't know if you guys saw the Too Big to Miss. May 5th, they're going to be doing another event like they did to announce the new Slim was it a year ago now, I think?
It was May 6th of last year.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe it's 2 new products. Maybe I think the 2 has something to do with it. So, but we don't know. As Jules, we don't know any more than you guys have heard on the email.
Tony asked a question about customers in Canada. So I found out this pretty cool little tool this morning. If you go into your Facebook account, and up at the very top, there's like a search bar. You know, normally you could type in a person's name. If you type in friends in Canada, it will pop up all of your friends that live in Canada. So you might not think that you know anybody, but I had 5 people that live in Canada. And so then I went to...
I had 6, but only 1 was not a Plexus ambassador, so I messaged her.
Yeah, but so go there and just search friends in Canada, because you might not. I know, Courtney, I found out this morning and I messaged Kristen. I was like, whoa, look at this.
And if you
so
guys
we knew we wanted to talk about it.
If you guys want a template, I stole from Anne because she did a really good one. So I can copy and paste how I changed it up. And you guys can send that to me.
Yeah, I'll put mine in the comments too.
Okay.
And it's just word of mouth. Also, just asking, like Justin told me last night, he watched the Canada thing with me, and he's like, oh, I've got a bunch of friends that are in Canada. I'm like, what? Come on, give me your people. So I'm trying to talk him into cold messaging, but we'll see how that goes.
And then real quick, I just want to touch on our trainings coming up. We have, Kate has introduced this amazing new monthly newbie training. So if you have anyone who has joined in the last 3 months, Kate, 3 months.
Yeah, we're going to start them every month, but we're catching up.
April 2nd will be our first product training for new ambassadors. And then in the middle of the month, we're going to do a business training. And we're going to do that every single month for your guys' new ambassadors. So I will share that event on Shine Bright. And then I also shared our Made to Crave event April 5th. It's going to be 8:30 California time. So, because I know that's where our team is at, I wanted to accommodate everyone's potentials there, because we like to move away from just Plexus, but we want people to know why these products work, how they work on your cravings, what leads to the weight loss, because we're not a diet company, we're not a diet pill, we're overall healing. You guys know that. So when we come at them with different ways, like, do you crave sugar? If you're a woman, yeah, you crave sugar. So they're going to want to be a part of that event. We're going to have some giveaways. So if you haven't added all of your potentials, add them there. I hear a kid. Okay, so I think that, I have a note. Utilize all of our pages. I know it can seem overwhelming, especially if you're just getting started, but they all serve a purpose. Every Tuesday night, if we have 3 new live videos. We started having a lot of people on there at the beginning, and it does take a lot to reach out, especially to the jewels, and have them share. And we only had like 3 or 4 people view the lives on Tuesday. So if we don't have more than that, I'll probably move it to like once a month or something. But if you guys can, those are so important in building your belief. And building your belief and building your team's belief and your potentials. I'm having people message me that I'm adding there that are watching these videos, but even for us as ambassadors, for you guys to watch those live and hear from diamonds who have been in the business for 5 years still having amazing results with the products, it helps your belief too. So if you guys can just go back and check out those videos and then get on live, the more people, I think, the better. It makes them feel like their time is being used. Even though we leave them there, we want them to feel like they're meaning something to us. So Kate,
it takes a lot of work, you guys, for Kristen to put that together every week, to find the 3 new people and to, you know, to put that on. And I know Jess helps her out every other week, but it takes a lot of work. And so, you know, we need to appreciate all of that time that she does for everybody and to get those people. And I listen to them. I try to get on. I'm at work at Tuesdays, but I try to listen to them and then go and comment. But hopping on live is important. And then also just being able to listen to those testimonies so that if you run across somebody that has one of those issues, you can tag them in that testimony. That's really, it's a business tool for me. I can go back through and I know what videos have been watched, and I can search them and I can tag people. And that is better than anything, any article I can send them. It's a live testimony. Some people that have done those live testimonies are willing to do 3-way calls with you guys. Like that, this is something that needs to be utilized. It is huge.
Yeah, I agree. And that's like Kate said, for some reason it sticks in my head. Like if someone messages one of our group messages and be like, hey, do you guys know anybody who has lupus or who has IBS? Or I'm like, oh my gosh, there was just a live testimony in our happy hour page. Or I have someone who wants the business. I'll go tag them in Christy Hull's live testimony on there. Like there's so many good ones. So utilize that, guys. And I totally understand if you have obligations on Tuesdays. But if you can catch them after, that's great too. And just leave a comment like, thanks for sharing, love your story. You know, just everyone likes to feel the love. So if anyone has, let me see if we have any more questions. Okay, so we're going to share our templates for you guys, and trying to think, I guess we could put them in when I post this recording.
Put them in the comments.
Comments there. Okay.
Yeah, along with the new ambassador training.
Awesome. So do you guys have any more questions? We're about 33 minutes. He's so cute. All right. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to stop the recording. And if anyone wants to ask a question not recorded, you can stay on. So thanks, guys. All right, we've stopped recording. Oh, just kidding. Hey, I stopped the video. Blonde moment. For real. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now.